Hey guys, my name is Andras and This is Topdrawer Football. Next to me, I have my friend Brian. We are both football experts, and we're going to be predicting the Premier League table.
We both have a bunch of controversial opinions on football, and this is about opinions and not really facts. So it's a bit of a more fun, challenging video.
Yeah,
And yeah,
but we are right.
for our first video, we're gonna be doing one about the Premier League predictions table, and we're gonna start from the bottom and make our way up to the top.
Exactly.
And the first pick, number 20th, goes to Andras.
Sheffield United, in my opinion, is going to be Sheffield. I think they just lack quality, and they're not ready for the Prem yet. What do you think, Brian?
Well, to be honest, I can't name you one Sheffield player. So, I mean, who did they even sign, bro?
Bro, I have no idea. But we do have elite football knowledge. We just do not know anything about Sheffield.
I've never seen a Sheffield game in my life.
All right. At number 19, I have Luton Town. I think their dream ends here. They won the promotion playoffs last year, and they're investing heavily into their stadium right now. I definitely think they have quality in the future, but right now, I think they're getting relegated, unfortunately. What do you
No,
think?
I don't agree with you, actually. I've seen Luton in the cup run last year, and I think they have some decent players who can surprise in the Prem. And they play as a team, which is very good. But for me, I think Wolves are going down. Even though Wolves have a bunch of quality, they sacked their manager Lopetegui 5 days before the Prem starts, and for me, that's just shambles, bro. He got no financial backing from the board in the summer, and then they just kicked him out of the club.
Yeah, I mean, the sacking was definitely controversial. However, I would like to go back to Luton for a second. What do you think of Ross Barkley? He looked thrilled to be there. Absolutely thrilled on that Instagram post. What do you think? Is he going to flop, or is he going to be a good player for Luton in the
Isn't
future?
Ross Barkley like 40 at this time? Bro's been around the Prem for so long. He
Yeah,
just
bro.
came back from Nice, but fucking hell, man.
Yeah,
that
bro.
that man's old as hell.
Yeah.
But they got some young players. I can't name you anyone. But I know they play.
But they're going to stay up. He cannot name a single player, but they're going to stay up for sure.
I know for sure. They're gonna play their hearts out in that cheeky stadium where like
Yeah,
the
bro.
neighbors watch the game.
Yeah. Haaland's going to fucking rocket a ball into some random living room.
Yeah,
But it's
bro.
all going to be fine.
Bound to happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to number 18th. Andras, who do you got
18.
on the last relegation candidate?
Unfortunately, I think it's time for Everton to visit the Championship. I think they lasted too long in the Prem. They had several shit seasons. They invested a lot of money. I think they spent well over 300 million euros in the last few years, and there was just no return. So I think it's time for them to go down and rebuild in the Championship.
I've waited for this year. I've waited for this so long until we can finally say goodbye to Everton. I don't know why, man, but I've always had this grudge on Everton. They're just such a shit club, you know.
It's
Who
just a
likes
hater.
Everton,
Just
bro?
a hater. I don't hate Everton.
They spent more money on a stadium which no one goes to than players. Like,
Bro, that's actually false information. Do not believe him. Everton has great attendance rates. And, I mean, what do you want to do in Liverpool except watch football? It's a shit city. Sorry.
if you're living in Liverpool and you support fucking Everton instead of Liverpool, then what's going on, man?
And if you do not live in Liverpool and support Everton, then,
That's even more.
That's
But what's
worse,
going
bro.
on, man?
all right, well, we'll see what happens though.
So let's go on to number 17, where here's where Luton's gonna end for me. No, I don't think they're gonna get regulated, and I surely hope they don't, because I don't know, I like Luton, I
A little
guess.
soft spot for
A
Luton.
little soft, cheeky spot in it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they didn't get much money, and they spent most of their money trying to get their stadium up to date for the Prem rules, and that's where I think it's gonna be close for Luton.
Yeah. I hope they survive as well. I do not think they will, but I hope. I'm definitely cheering for them. At 17, I have Bournemouth. I think they're just gonna survive. They made two quality signings in Milos Kerkez and Kluivert, and I think they both have potential. They already have some established players like Billing, so I think they're gonna survive this season as well.
They only survived because they have a Hungarian player on the
Exactly,
team,
yeah.
and this guy is more biased than anything I've ever seen.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Milos Kerkez is
I mean,
quality.
We have an Újpest scarf right here. I mean, who the hell even is Újpest?
Újpest is the best team on the planet. Period.
All right, let's move on to number 16. At 16, I have Bournemouth, or he put on 17th, but I think Bournemouth aren't a bad club. You know, I've seen them survive the Prem for lots of years until they got regulated. They sacked Eddie Howe, but now they're back. They seem to have gotten a little groove in. I think sacking their former manager Gary O'Neill, I think was his name, was a poor choice, to be honest. And who knows how the new manager is gonna set up the team with Areola in charge. But I see them surviving the Prem for maybe another 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, they were 15th last year, so I think they're going to survive as well, for sure.
But that was under a different manager, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said 17th and not 15th.
Right.
Because new manager, new things going to happen. At 16th, I have Wolves. I definitely think that sacking a manager 5 days before the Premier League season starts is absolutely batshit crazy. But I think Wolves have enough quality to survive the Prem. I don't think they're championship material, even with a new manager and the club in shambles.
I heard Wolves fans on social media are hoping for a manager bounce back. The season hasn't even started. What's going on over there?
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
I don't know, man. I mean, I like Wolves, but
I think Wolves is just a filler club, you know?
they're just the NPC of
They're just an NPC. They're just like another Crystal Palace, you know, at this point. They're just NPCs. Just another game day.
Crystal Palace has survived in the Prem for how long, man?
I don't know, bro. A long time.
All
right, let's go to 15th. And at 15th, I have Nottingham Forest.
Both have Nottingham Forest.
We both do. I think they signed Dean Henderson on a permanent. They have Lingard. It's basically a B-Tech Manchester United. So
Lingard had a terrible season last season, and I'm not sure he can bounce back from wherever that.
Hopefully, I like Lingard.
They signed Turner as well, which I think is a very good signing. He performed very good in the US and for Arsenal, in my opinion. Could be biased because I'm both American and an Arsenal fan, but I actually rate him. And Nottingham Forest also have Morgan Gibbs-White, I think his name is that. I think he performed very good in the Euros, if I recall. Could be bullshitting you people. But
it could be fake news. We are in a living room in Switzerland, so
you know,
it doesn't really fucking matter.
This ain't about news. This is about opinions.
This is football. It's all relative, you know? I mean, they're 16.
In theory, you know, after watching Elfenheimer.
Yeah. Okay, Lucas, go.
All right, moving on to mid-table. We start with 14, and my 14th, also Andras' 14th, Burnley.
Yep.
I think Vincent Kompany has reformatted this squad to a whole new football.
Reformatted the squad.
Is that not a word?
I'm pretty sure that's not a word, Brian.
I'm making words now, bro. Better watch out, Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Shout out to Theo Vaughn, bro.
He reformed Burnley.
I think that's a word, bro.
He reformatted. Is that okay? He reformatted.
Anyway,
Burnley.
We went from looking at Sean Dyche play over the top football from what was that centre back's name? Tarosiewski, something Polish.
I don't know, bro.
Some Polish centre back.
Some Brexit football.
Chipping the ball to some old ass Burnley striker who's about 7 foot tall and 600 pounds. But yeah, that new Vincent Kompany squad, it's got a lot of young talent playing some attractive football. I mean, they got first in the championship.
Yeah. In the Champions League.
Championship.
In the Championship, yeah. They had a great season last year, so I think they're gonna finish 14th as well. Yeah. I like Vincent Kompany. I think he has a lot of football knowledge. Not as much as we do, but like a lot.
He's
okay, you know. He's okay. He's chill. Yeah. I think they're gonna finish 14th.
So what do you got on number 13?
13. I got on number 13. I have the biggest NPC team of the league. It's Crystal Palace. Yeah. I mean, I think they're just gonna be 13th because they have been mid-table for the last 6 seasons. I think it's not ideal that Zaha left.
It's not ideal at all, bro.
Yeah, bro. But
they're lacking so much creativity. I'm gonna be surprised if they score a goal this season.
Yeah, bro. I think they're gonna manage somehow. They got some youth.
I'm sure
They got some-
180-year-old Roy Hudson's got something in his back pocket.
Yeah, bro. He always does.
Yeah.
He's a cheeky little fucker.
Roy Hudson is both Crystal Palace's most useful weapon
And biggest enemy.
and the knife that might stab them in the back.
Exactly, yeah. That's going to be interesting,
It's
yeah. He might die mid-season, I don't know.
bro, like Joe Biden, bro.
Fucking hell. Fulham, I think they're just going to have a mid-season. They were 10th last year. They might be 12th this year. They have not made a lot of big signings, so I think they're just going to be hovering around mid-table. What do you think, Brian?
I think Fulham's a top 10 team, to be honest. Marco Silva's a great manager. They have a quality players like Paulinho, Mitrovic. They signed that guy from Ajax. Don't even ask me his name. I think it's Ballsy or something like that.
Ballsy.
Ballsy or Paisy, bro.
Fucking hell.
Some black kid from Ajax. But yeah, he's young, he's got potential. He didn't have a good season in Ajax, not so well, but not like Yuri Timbers and Jeremy Timbers.
Yeah.
That man's too good. But I have
Biased as hell.
I have West Ham at 12.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of people. They lost Declan Rice. They might lose Lucas Paqueta. And they also lost Samaka as a striker. And they signed the most British youth I've ever seen, bro. They got Ward-Prowse coming in. They got Maguire coming in. Who the hell wants Maguire, bro? And then for 30 million? What is football country,
Thank
bro?
you, God, for leaving. Thank you, Maguire. Thank you for leaving United. Finally, bro.
Maguire was a good centre back, and he performs fairly okay for England, but 30 million is.
He just makes too many mistakes for 30 million, to be honest.
All right, and David Moyes might also be a reason why they don't perform so well. I think he's a little bit finished, even though he won the Conference League last year.
He won the Conference League. No, he's finished, you know?
I'm pretty sure West Ham finished like under 15th place last season.
Last season, West Ham. Yeah, I think they did not have a good season, but I mean, they were focusing on the Conference League, so you cannot take that away from them. They were 14.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 wins.
Off of 15.
11 wins, 7 draws, 20 losses. All right, 20 losses. That's pretty heavy.
That's
With
too much.
20 losses with Declan Rice and Paqueta.
That's too much, man.
That's too much. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Maguire will help them.
I don't think so.
At 11, I have West Ham. He said they're going to be 12th. I say they're going to be 11th. I mean, I'm not sure if they're going to be successful in the Europa League. It might be an early exit for them, and then if they focus on the Prem.
What Europa League, brother? Oh yeah, they won
the Conference League.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say
I don't value his opinion. This
14th
is how this works, bro.
14th place West Ham wasn't making any European football, but they won that.
They won the Conference
They
League.
won that C-Tech trophy, man.
Bro, Conference League is actually a pretty good trophy. I like it. I
Yeah,
like
if you're gonna verse Újpest.
Exactly. Future Conference League winners.
Might even be some Gallen in the final with them.
Yeah, well, that would be amazing. Yeah. So 11th is gonna be West Ham. If they pull their shit together on the in the second part of the season, they might finish 11th or 12th. Hopefully, I like West Ham. West Ham is a proper club. Going on to number 10, Brian, who do you have on the 10th spot?
Here
Dead
comes
mid-table.
Dead mid-table goes to Fulham. Like I said, Marco Silva as a manager, Mitrovic, Paulinho, that Ajax kid, Leno.
The Ajax kid. Mitrovic, Paulinho, and the Ajax
I think his
kid.
name is Calvin, you know.
On 10th, I have Brentford just because just because they're a good team. They focus on statistics. It has proven to be very effective. Ivan Toney's coming back in January.
Yeah,
I think.
January. That's late, man.
I mean, it's the second half of the season. I think that's fine. Because they can perform without him. That has been
I'm not
proven.
even sure if they bought a striker.
And I mean, statistics. Ivan Toney. Now I know why he likes the club. You know, statistics, betting. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Brothers all for him.
Yeah. Plus they have iron balls because I mean they beat United, they beat City. They like playing versus big clubs.
Yeah, you also like balls.
Yeah. They like balls. I do not like balls. I'm married to a woman.
Are you?
I am.
All right,
moving on to the interesting part of the Premier League table. Number 9. Who do you have on the ninth spot of the
we
Premier?
both have Brighton, and Brighton's a great team. I'm not gonna lie.
I love Brighton.
I
It's
think
a
they're in
fucking
Europe.
awesome team.
I think they're in Europe this season as well.
Yeah.
That's a little bit challenging for them. You know, how are they gonna develop with the extra games? Losing that, they lost a lot of players. They lost people like Roberto Sanchez. They lost Casiero,
McAllister,
McAllister.
World Cup winner.
Yeah,
Messi
they lost.
out.
They lost a lot of players, even though they have a lot of talent. And I don't know where they keep finding these kids. For real though.
Yeah, shout out to the scouts of Brighton.
And Robert De Zerbi is also an amazing manager. I mean, you saw that last season. He led them to sixth place with people who aren't even his signings. So that's great.
Yeah, I think they have a great manager, and they also have promising youth players. I mean, if we look at Evan Ferguson, he's 18, fresh out of the academy, a striker. We'll see what he can bring to the table.
So on to number 8. Who do you got at number 8?
I have Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa is gonna have a good season. They had a bunch of quality signings like Moussa Diaby, Paul Torres. I think, and with a combination of a pretty good midfield and attack, they're gonna have a great season.
I think Aston Villa is going to surprise me. I think they're going to be the dark horses of this year. So I put them a little bit higher. But at 8th place, I have Spurs. Now, it might
What
just
a
be,
surprise!
It might just be.
There is no fan.
It
Doesn't
might-
like Spurs.
It might just tick me, that Spurs are kind of like a shit banter club, But they just lost Harry Kane, probably. I hope they lose Harry Kane. At least there would be no more penalties in the Emirates. And
Salty.
God, who knows even what's that new manager's name, bruv? Papadopoulos, bruv. Some weird ass guy from Celtic. I mean, look at Steven Gerrard. Even he played good as a manager at Celtic.
Shout out to
Not
Saudi Arabia.
Celtic, sorry, the Scotland League.
Wasn't he at Rangers?
Yeah, he was at Rangers. That's why I
You just
said.
said Celtic.
That's why I said
You
not.
just
at
insulted
Celtic.
half of fucking Glasgow.
Fuck Scotland,
Oh, here we go, bro. Gonna be getting death threats from everywhere.
bro. We're gonna get cancelled.
Yeah.
So moving on to number 7th, where you have Spurs and I have Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's a little switch up. Yeah, I don't think Spurs is gonna be in Europe next season. Well, not in the next season, in 2 seasons, because they have an aging squad, not a lot of signings. They lost their best striker. I don't know. It's not looking good. New manager, but I think 7th with Son, they can get 7th. Okay, Brian. So who do you think is gonna be 7th?
So at 7th, I did the Aston Villa. You put them at 8th. I put them at 7th. So I put Aston Villa at 7th. I think they're just gonna miss out on top 6. I truly think they have a great squad and a really good manager in Unai Emery, but I'm not fully sure that they have the squad depth to challenge in Europe and the Prem. And I don't think any of their players have really been in European football, which will also be a struggle for them, in my opinion.
What do you mean? Paul Torres is from Villarreal. They won the Europa League.
Okay, 2 players, the 2 new signings who haven't even gelled into the squad are gonna.
Coutinho won the Europa League with Liverpool as well.
Now you're
What are you on about?
now
Bro?
you're just naming random players. Bro.
What are you on about? Man's lying to you people.
Bro.
They have European experience, but they don't have a lot of squad depth.
What about McGinn, bruv, and Douglas Luiz, bruv,
Exactly.
and Watkins, bruv?
Exactly.
Where's their European football?
Oh,
And Mings,
Mings, the centre back.
Yeah, center back.
I'm not sure he had.
And
too
World
much.
Cup winner Martinez, bruv.
Ah, Martinez.
A little cheeky action out of that.
I love Martinez.
Bro, I despise the man so much.
I love Martinez, even though he danced at Old Trafford, bro. Fuck him for that, but I love him. He is the player I would aspire to be if I played football seriously.
Bro,
Masterclass shithouser.
Such a
Amazing,
shithouser.
amazing.
So now we're moving on to the top 6.
Yep.
Who do you got at 6?
Chelsea. I got Chelsea, bro. I think they had a horrible season last year, and new manager, a bunch of questionable signings. We'll see. They spent a lot of money. I think they will need time to really gel together.
See, I have Chelsea higher up on the list because they're building a new team. They got Pochettino. That's really the man to build a new team. They started from 0. I mean, they sold a bunch of trash, in my opinion, like Mount. Shout out to the United fans thinking he's gonna be a good signing.
Says the Arsenal fan.
Kai Havertz is better.
Havertz is better.
Havertz is better, bro.
Wow. Well, we'll see, I guess.
But
That's bullshit.
At 6, I have Newcastle for the same reason Aston Villa. They're in European football, and I don't think they have the squad depth to challenge for both just yet. Even though I think Eddie Howe's an amazing manager.
Eddie Howe is a G.
They brought in.
I love Eddie Howe.
They brought people like Tonali, who seems to me like he's homesick because
man's already homesick.
Because his wife says the gym isn't big in Newcastle, bro.
Bro, it isn't. The gym in Milan was bigger, bro.
The gym in Milan is just huge, you know.
But I mean, I get it, bro. Who wants to live in fucking Newcastle?
Bro, you just offended all the true Geordies out there, bro.
What is he gonna do, man? Fucking hell.
Alright, moving on to number 5.
Number 5. I have Newcastle number 5. They have a bunch of great players. They have Eddie Howe. They have good fans and a fucking awesome stadium in the middle of the city. Even though it's Newcastle, at least it's in the middle of the city. Great unique stadium, great atmosphere, great team, promising youth players, experience. So I think they're going to have a solid run in the Champions League and finish 5th in the Prem. Just because of the amount of games they have.
Yeah, I see them running deep into the Champions League rather than to focus in the Prem. I think that's what the fans want. And that's what Eddie Howe is going to challenge for, in my opinion. Even though I don't see them making it further than the quarterfinals.
Depends on the groups and it's luck basically.
My number 5 is Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I put them at 5 mostly because the top 4 is just an insane quality in my opinion, and Chelsea's still doing the regrouping. You know, they're getting new players in. They threw out a bunch of them out.
Yeah.
So I think Chelsea they don't have any European football, and I think they'll make a good run in the Prem.
We'll see. I mean, I also have them at 6th, so it's not a big difference. We'll see how good they can actually be. But moving on to the 4 best teams in the Prem. I mean, we have the same teams, but in a different order. Do you want to start?
All right, I'll start with Man United. Boy, Man United. What a team. You got Hoyland coming in, who I think will flop so badly.
I don't think so.
You got Mason Mount, who is really in the worst form of his life.
Bro, it's pre-season. Come on.
The egghead Ten Hag, who's a good manager, to be honest. And
he's just a United hater. He's still solid because of fucking Van Persie, bro.
And you got 50 Big Macs Casemiro coming back from summer vacation.
We'll see. Yeah, he's going to get fit with our advanced facilities, you know?
I love Casemiro, but he put on some hazard weight.
We'll see.
So I think United are going to end up 4th. Yeah, I don't see them finishing above the top 3.
I have Liverpool at number 4, just because I'm a United fan. And I mean, they had a pretty bad season last year, even though they beat us real bad in the Prem. And they also made a bunch of great signings like McAllister, the World Cup winner, Messi, the GOAT, and of course the most promising player
Here comes
in the next 10 years. Dominic Szoboszlai is going to be a great signing for them. I mean, he already gave a cheeky little corner assist.
Shout out to Hungary.
Shout out to Újpest. Szoboszlai, when you're going to turn like 32, Újpest is waiting. Or Saudi Arabia, probably. But yeah, I think I see them finishing at around 4th.
And now we did the small swap like we've done this whole video.
Yep.
I have at 3rd place Liverpool. Honestly, Liverpool could also challenge for the title in my opinion. But I think they have the same problem they had last year. I feel like they're low on midfielders, and if one of the main ones get injured, then we're going to have to see a recap of what happened last season. You got Curtis Jones coming and trying to fill someplace. You got Harvey Elliott trying to play somewhere else.
Both are quality players, by the way.
They're quality players.
They're just young.
They aren't up to the Prem
top 4 standard.
Prem contenders yet.
Yeah.
They're really good players. They got potential, and I see them holding the midfield in the next 10 years, but not yet.
Yeah, we also have some big departures from Liverpool, you know.
Yeah, most of them went to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Henderson.
You got Henderson linking up with his boy Stevie G at Al Ettifaq. And then you got Fabinho going to Al Ittihad, joining Benzema and Conte, I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah. So You can move on to your third place.
I have Man United at the third spot. To be honest, I see all top four teams contending for the Prem title. It depends on how their seasons kick off and how they can manage, all the challenges of the Premier League season. But I have them at third just because I'm a huge United fan, number one. And number two, I think Erik Ten Hag is building something. I don't see the silly transfers that were being made before his time. So I see a team forming slowly. I mean, he's gonna need time, but I think third is a realistic placement, especially because they finished third last year as well.
Yeah, could happen, but that's also because Liverpool had such a poor season last season due to injuries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the beginning as well.
And now for the top two, we have the same two, and our second place, Manchester City.
Yeah.
Give us the details.
I mean, they have quality players all over the field. They're really, really good. But they did just win everything, so I'm not sure that they're gonna be too motivated. And another big factor in this top two race is gonna be Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal bottled the league last year horribly.
Adam, make sure you put a tear down my cheek. Adam's our cameraman, yeah.
Adam, yeah. And shout out to Adam. And I think the Arsenal squad is going to be hungry to win the Prem. Real hungry, way more hungrier than City. And they also have a bunch of great signings.
But what about City's new signing, Gvardiol? And Kovacic has also been immense in the
They are quality all over. I mean, their defense is absolutely devious.
The only reason I put City at second is because I have too much Arsenal pride and I hate Pep Guardiola.
I also hate Pep Guardiola.
Guardiola.
Jose
Mourinho all day.
Jose Mourinho he's the special one. But and I have City at second because they won everything last year, and I just do not see them.
I miss the days.
I hope they won't repeat it again.
I miss the days of Sterling running down the lines with his big ass cheeks. I'm not gay, by the way.
He's calling me gay, bro. Look at these sus comments.
Anyway. Now to number one. I'm very happy to announce Arsenal are winning the Prem.
Arsenal will hopefully win the Prem. I like Arsenal. I like the team that they built. I think Declan Rice was a great signing, even though he was overpriced. And to be honest, I think Timber was a better signing than Rice. What do you think?
Yeah, Timber was, in my opinion, a better signing than Rice, but we really needed that CDM role.
Yeah, true.
We also lost Xhaka, but I think this is a year because Arteta's finally got his boys. Yeah. He got versatile players everywhere.
Arteta's a beast.
Arteta just, amazing. When he scouts a player, he makes sure that player can play on 7 different positions on the pitch.
Yeah.
Got Zinchenko running all over the field other than playing defense.
I hate Zinchenko, bro.
No one likes Zinchenko. He's always crying.
Bro. Man's crying everywhere.
Even an Arsenal fan doesn't. I rate Zinchenko for football.
Yeah, he's a good player, but he's just crying all the time. He's just so unlikable.
He's just crying. He's crying, man.
Yeah.
He's crying like us after this podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Yeah. To see this.
This isn't even a podcast. This is a video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these are our teams. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see what happens in the Prem. We'll be bringing you weekly updates.
So this is video number 1. We have no idea what's going on here, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. The Adam thumbs up. Yeah. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
See you next time.